Chroma Cat here with another awesome preview for the next episode of the Friday Zone.
Hi, welcome back to Cuttin' Muffins with Mindy.
Oh! Ow! My brain hurts! Oh!
Another friend for Peggy.
Oh, thank you!
Someone took a bite out of my cookie.
Oh, Sammy.
I have never been on television before, so this is somewhat confusing.
So check out the next episode of the Friday Zone. Right meow!
Production support for the Friday Zone is brought to you by the WTIU Children's Programming Endowment, ensuring quality children's programming for future generations of Hoosiers. Learn more at indianapublicmedia.org/kidsfund.
The IU School of Education, dedicated to improving, teaching, and learning in a diverse and rapidly changing world. More at education.indiana.edu.
Smithville Fiber, the Gigacity Company, a philanthropic community partner since 1922, and proud supporter of numerous community organizations. More information at smithville.com.
WFYI Public Media, inspiring Indiana with high-quality educational content since 1970. By sharing stories and connecting people, WFYI inspires the best in our communities.
And these Indiana public television stations, thank you.
Ethan, I must leave you now, and I will never see you again. Au revoir, farewell, sayonara, aloha, adios, auf Wiedersehen, arrivederci.
She didn't even say goodbye.
The week is done and it's time for fun. There's room for everyone in the Friday Zone. So much to see, who will we meet? It all happens magically in the Friday Zone. Friday Zone. Friday. We've been waiting for you. There's so many things we can do. Gonna learn a thing or two. Play the whole day through. Friday Zone. In your eyes, there's a surprise. You never know what adventure might arise. Friday Zone. Friday Zone. Friday Zone.
Welcome to the Friday Zone, everyone. I'm Cassia.
And I'm Ethan. Get ready to sink your teeth into some fun stuff today, Cass.
Yeah, our friends from the Wonder Lab Science Museum are gonna be here.
And we're going to learn about snakes, inside and out.
But first, flapjacks
On the Friday Zone playlist.
Cotton muffins with Mindy in the morning.
That's me. Hi, welcome back to Cuttin' Muffins with Mindy. Today we welcome a very special guest all the way from Monkey Town, Mayor Monkey! Mayor Monkey! Oh, you look fantastic! Mwah, mwah. Oh, you look like you lost 40 pounds since I last saw you! You're so cute! Mayor Monkey, guess what we're gonna be cooking today? Up a storm! Just kidding. Flapjacks! Flapjacks! Woohoo!
Flapjacks, can I have another one, please? 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 Big sister setting the table, I help carry the plates. Mom's watching the griddle, bubbles all over the cakes. Flip, 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 the batch is almost done. Heat the syrup up and cover up everyone. Here we go now. Flapjacks, can I have another one, please? 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 Daddy's drinking his coffee, radio's up high. Mama goes out to the driveway, bring the paper inside. We dig into our pancakes, shoveling all we can. If we're still feeling hungry, put some more in a pan. When I'm in the mood for my favorite food, when I'm in the mood for my favorite food, when I'm in the mood for my favorite food, gotta make some pancakes.
Okay, Nemo, now it's time to learn how to spell flapjacks. Everybody say F. Say F-L.
F-O.
Say F-L-A.
F-O-A.
Say F-L-A-P.
F-L-A-P.
J.
J.
Say J-A.
J-A.
Say J-A-C.
J-A-C.
Say J-A-C-K.
J-A-C-K.
And now's the part of the show where we go to some viewer mail.
F-L-A-P-J-C-K-S with the butter on top, with the butter on. F-L-A-P-J-C-K-S with the butter on top, with the butter on. F-L-A-P-J-C-K-S with the butter on top, with the butter on. F-L-A-P-J-C-K-S with the butter on top, with the butter on. Flapjack, can I have another one, please? Flapjacks, can I have another one, please? Flapjacks, can I have another one, please? Flapjacks, can I have another one, please? Can I have another one, please? Can I have another one, please? Woo!
Oh! Kayla, have you tried these freeze pops? They are so good! Oh! Ow! My brain hurts! Oh, Kayla, what is happening?
You have what's called a brain freeze, Felix.
A brain freeze?
Yeah, you got it from eating your popsicle too fast.
Oh, no. Why did that happen?
It happened because when you ate your popsicle and all the cold stuff touched the nerves in the top of your mouth, right there, it made your brain hurt because they got all excited and made them like they felt it.
Oh, man.
So that made the blood vessels in your brain get really, really small and gave you a headache.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That was not fun.
No.
Oh, how do we get rid of brain freezes?
You can get rid of it by putting your tongue on the roof of your mouth. Because it calms the nerves on the roof of your mouth.
It's gone. Much better. And it's because of the nerves? That's why it happens?
Yes, and nerves are what help you feel things. They tell your brain, like, oh, I'm touching the table, or like, oh, this popsicle's really cold, so I shouldn't eat it so fast.
Oh, wow. Thanks, Kayla. Now I know not to eat my freeze pops too fast. Oh, it happened again! All better.
Kaylee and Javen are here to show us how to make a marshmallow catapult out of marshmallows. We're going to need skewers, tape, a rubber band, a plastic spoon, and 4 large marshmallows. First, use 3 marshmallows and 3 skewers to form a triangle for the base. Use 3 more skewers and 1 marshmallow to form a pyramid. Securely tape your plastic spoon onto your last skewer. Loop the rubber bands around the marshmallow at the top of the pyramid. Then, stick the skewer with the spoon through the rubber band and into one of the base marshmallows. Now you have a marshmallow catapult. Launch mini marshmallows by pulling back the skewer with the spoon and letting it go.
Hey, welcome back. We're here with our friend Sam from the Wonder Lab, and Sam brought a friend. Can you tell us a little bit about them?
I brought with me Mocha. He's a corn snake that he lives at Wonder Lab all the time. He came out for a special visit with you guys. He is completely black, which you'll notice, which is kind of different from a regular corn snake, right? Aren't they kind of, they're red and yellow and orange and all these really beautiful colors. But Mocha's not. And that's because he's got a mutation that makes him unable to produce all those beautiful colors that you're used to seeing in a corn snake. But he's still a corn snake.
So you're here to talk about a little bit of the anatomy of snakes. What are some things that we don't know?
Yeah, so I'm actually, if it's all right, I'll pull him out now and start pointing those out.
I love looking at you.
I hope so.
Oh.
Mocha's so beautiful.
He really is. And I'm gonna get him to crawl on my arm and coil up like that. So Mocha here, you'll notice He's missing some things, isn't he? What's he missing?
The yellow, orange, and red.
He's missing the yellows, the oranges, the reds. What are some structures on him that's missing? What do we have that he doesn't?
Arms and legs.
Arms and legs. So how is he moving?
Sails. He has sails.
And he has scales instead of a skin like us. So how is he moving if he's got no arms, no legs? Well, they move using their ribs. So their ribs are attached to their vertebra, and the tips of their ribs, you know that part that's right here? That's connected to the inside of those belly scales, those big rectangle scales on the bottom.
Those are so pretty.
They are, and they're a lot different than the top scales. So those ribs are attached to the inside of those scales. And what's really cool is they're able to move those ribs. They can move their ribs back and forth to propel the body forward. We can't move ours, right? No, I can't move my ribs. So it's really fascinating that to move, they use their ribs instead of arms and legs.
That's so interesting. So I actually saw a picture once of a snake that just ate something really, really large. So what about their body allows them to be able to do that?
So they've got no arms to hold something and take a bite of it, so they have to eat their food whole. They have to swallow it whole. That's like eating a whole cheeseburger in one bite.
Don't they like unhinge their jaws or something?
So it's not necessarily unhinging the jaw, like everyone seems, it's easier just to say they unhinge the jaw, but the jaw isn't actually detaching exactly. What happens is their bones in that area are, they have some give. They can move in the positions that they're in. And they have these ligaments that are extra stretchy right here. We can't all open our mouths like a snake. But what's really cool is they have one right here that not only allows them to drop their jaws so far, but they have one that spreads their jaw sideways like that. So they're able to engulf these giant bites of food because their skulls are really movable.
How cool is that? And I heard that you also have another snake here with us.
We do, we do.
Oh, Mocha's trying to escape.
Before I put him away and bring out my other friend, would you like to touch him?
Yes, please.
I'll get him untangled while, you don't have to, that's okay.
I'm
Remember,
good, thank
two
you.
fingers.
I'll get him untangled while you do
So how are they supposed to pet him?
2 fingers down the back, right here.
Okay.
So remember, when you're out in the wild and if you see a snake, you don't want to approach him like this snake. Right, Mocha's really used to people. He's really used to seeing humans.
Wow, it almost feels like a fleshy kind of scale.
Yeah.
Can I try one more time?
Absolutely. I'm gonna just, while you do it, if you don't mind, I'm gonna put him back in the tank.
You're beautiful, Mocha. They're so cute. Like,
They
look
are, aren't they?
slimy, but they're not slimy at all.
Yeah,
they
that's
look
why some people
slimy.
don't like to touch them because they think that they're like all slimy and stuff.
And if your sleeves are so shiny.
And how about we check out this other snake that we got here once Mocha gets back in this box.
If he gets back into that box.
There we are. So
Like,
my
crawled all the way
other
into your
friend,
sleeve.
Amazing.
And this snake,
Is dead.
oh,
Oh my gosh.
it's dead! Oh my gosh. Well, after learning about the anatomy of a live snake, we are going to dissect this one, and we'll do it when we come back. And now, a story from a winner of the WTIU Kids Writers Contest.
It started when Mom said I could have some candy. I had no idea what was about to happen. My hand groped for a piece of candy in the bowl. My brother Nick probably devoured it because I only found one lollipop. Then something happened. As I unwrapped the lollipop, it glowed bright orange and the world went black. When I awoke, I was in a hut. Suddenly my vision cleared and I thought I must have fallen asleep in the kitchen. Standing in front of me was an M&M with eyes, mouth, and hair. I took a step back. Hi, Sophie. My name's M&Emma, and welcome to the Kingdom of Candy. At first, I didn't believe it, but when I looked around, I realized that it looked like candy canes woven together. How do you know my name? I asked, unsure of what's going on. Oh, I've been watching you, M&Emma replied. Come on, I'll take you to see King Skittles at the meeting. After leaving, I became distracted by the Jelly Bean Choir singing Street Side. I only caught on when Eminem mentioned the boy in your house. What boy in my house, I asked. The boy who keeps rapping around trying to take our citizens, she replied. I would have answered, but we reached the castle. Upon arriving, I was rushed to the courtroom. I met the king and the three musketeers. I learned that we had to stop Nick from eating the candy to keep the kingdom safe. Afterwards, the king transported me back home. Keeping candy from Nick was challenging. I hid the bowl in my closet behind my bookshelf. Finally, I caught Nick trying to steal candy. The candy retaliated. I couldn't stop them. They raged over the bowl's edge and onto Nick. I screamed, "Stop!" They retreated. Nick ran away. Nick ran back into my bedroom carrying a rubber sword. Every candy growled at him. Hershey Kissinger snarled, "Nick is a junk food eating maniac." Nick scampered, surprised and sullen. And I think he'll stay away from candy for a while. The end.
How would you like to see something you wrote on the Friday Zone? It's easy. Just enter the WTIU Kids Writers Contest. Ask your teacher how to enter, or request an entry form from WTIU@indiana.edu. Hey guys, so we were learning all about snakes and how they don't have arms and legs, and we have a really cool skeleton over here to show us a little bit about that. Sam, is there anything you'd like to add about the skeleton and the ribs?
So just pointing out, these are the bottom, those tips, those are the tips we were talking about that connect the inside of your scales. And then the rib moves from the vertebral column from the top part. That's where it actually moves.
The ribs go from its head all the way down to its tail?
All the way.
That is a lot of ribs.
Oh yeah.
And then we also have the specimen in front of us, and we're gonna take a look at the inside of a snake, guys. How cool, right?
I'm so excited.
So we're gonna start, we can start from the head and work our way this way. Has anyone ever dissected anything before? What have
Half of a cow heart. We've dissected Isabel and me are sisters, and we have dissected half of a cow heart.
Wow, a cow's heart. So snakes dissections are really important in general because by learning about the animals in the world and learning from the inside outward, we can help them in their actual habitats in the real world by just learning as much as we can using them in this way.
So even though I am grossed out, I shouldn't be grossed out.
Well, you'll learn a lot even while you're grossed out. So let's go ahead and we can get started. So we'll talk from the head and work our way downward. So we'll start with the esophagus, which is right here, right this path that goes all the way down, and it goes to our stomach. So the esophagus takes food in and moves it to your stomach, which comes all the way down here to our stomach, which actually still has its last meal in it. You can still feel you feel whatever it was inside of there. Go ahead. Yeah, by all means, yeah. And then, of course, your stomach goes into your intestines.
You want this?
Thank you.
I need it more than that. It feels like a mouse head.
It probably was. Snakes love mice, or at least these ones do. All these yellow parts, those are fat bodies, so that's what gives it its squishiness. And then we'll come on back up here to our trachea, which is what you breathe air through. So you go from your trachea, and then other parts of oxygenating your body is your heart right here. You have your lung right underneath back here in this area. Now, many snakes have only one big lung or one big primary lung and a smaller lung. This guy does have two. And then you have your liver right here, which processes, gets rid of toxins from your body.
Or from this guy's body.
Or from this one, right, exactly.
That is so interesting, wow. And then the intestines and the kidneys, and then where does food come out of?
The food comes out of what's called the cloaca. So that's this opening right here, and everything comes out of that one hole.
Wow, well thank you so much for bringing these specimens. That was super cool. We will be right back on the Friday Zone.
Thanks.
In the Friday Zone.
on bobtails rain, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing the sleighing song tonight. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way.
Hear the sledges with the bells.
Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Silver bells, what a world of merriment their melody foretells.
Zarg!
What has Zarg done wrong? Are we not making with the holiday merriment and cheer?
Yes, but,
Ho, ho, ho! Happy Hanukkah!
I think you're a little confused.
Oh?
Well, you're confusing Jingle Bells with Edgar Allan. Sorry, Zarg. With EAP's the bells, and you're confusing Santa Claus.
Claus? I like Claus.
With Hanukkah.
But isn't it the season for family and friends?
Yes, but...
Isn't it the season for kindness and sharing?
Yes, Zarg. Yes, it is.
Hmm?
Well, what's this?
I made it. It's a girl-type dust bunny. Another friend for Peggy.
Oh, thank you! I have something for you, too, as well.
Oh? What? What is this?
Oh, no, silly, don't try to eat it. It isn't food. It's earmuffs to keep your ears warm.
Oh, thank you, Peggy girl child.
Happy holidays, Zarg.
Happy holidays, Peggy.
B.
Sammy!
Someone took a bite out of my cookie.
Oh, Sammy.
I need to know who did it.
Fine, we'll investigate. Did you get the suspect's teeth impressions?
Okay, what do you mean by teeth impressions?
Well, it's the shape of someone's teeth. It's a great way to identify a person by their bite.
How would someone collect these teeth impressions?
An easy way is to get them to bite down on the styrofoam plate, like this.
Ah, okay, so then we can compare the bite on the plate to the bite in the cookie, and it will tell us who the culprit is. Hey, the person who ate my cookie was you?
Bye.
Thanks to you all for helping us solve this case. See you next time.
Hello, land dwellers. I'm a squid, an aquatic creature, which means I live in water. Today on All About Animals, we are going to learn about squids. I have never been on television before, so this is somewhat confusing. I also don't own a TV. We squids live in the ocean, and the cable reception is terrible. I do like fish Netflix, though.
Hi, my name's Elijah. How are you today, Mr. Octopus? I've never met an octopus before.
I'm fine, Elijah, and nice to meet you. I'm not an octopus, though.
Are you sure? You sure do look like an octopus.
I'm sure. We squid and octopi have some things in common, but we are not the same. No way, no how.
Give me some examples.
Well, for starters, we squids have 8 arms and 2 tentacles. Squids swim much faster than octopi and could reach up to 25 miles an hour. We squids also have fins and a backbone, which is referred to as a pen.
A pen. Is that because you squirt ink? I don't think that's very nice. Squirting ink on folks is kind of rude.
Hey, that's a form of protection, and we squid are cold-blooded. Cold-blooded!
It's still not very nice.
I guess we'll have to agree to not disagree. So, have you ever heard of a flying squid, Elijah?
Huh? What?
Yep, there have been reports of a flying squid traveling almost 100 feet airborne.
Weird.
Word. I tell you something weird. Did you ever hear of a giant squid? They can be as big as a school bus.
That means means nothing to me because I walk to school.
Anywho, these huge cousins of mine have eyes as big as beach balls, and not a lot is known about them because they're so elusive.
What does elusive mean?
Elusive means difficult to catch. E-L-U-S-I-V-E.
It was nice meeting you, Mr. Squid. Please try not to squirt ink on anyone.
I'll do my best, Elijah. I'm a squid, and we'll see you next time on All About Animals.
In the Friday Zone.
Hey guys, so we learned all about snakes today, and how cool was that?
That was really cool.
Well, I know I'd like to bring Mocha back out and pet him a little more. Okay, is that okay if we do that?
Absolutely.
Mocha's scales are so pretty.
They really
Why
are.
don't you pet her?
You think that he's like some sort of garter snake?
Well, they're very similar. So lots of people in the world are very afraid of snakes. Can you guys be afraid of Mocha, this little guy? Are any of you afraid of him?
No.
Not at all.
No. They're beautiful. And snakes have a really important role in the environment by keeping their prey populations down. They're really important for keeping the balance of ecosystems. And a lot of people are afraid of them, but we should always remember we share this world with them, and they're not gonna hurt us if we don't hurt them.
And I just
keeps on coming towards me.
and it's hard to think about how their ribs are just like
They're all moving.
They're all moving, yeah. They're very flexible.
And give them space, because there's no poison, they'll bite you.
Right, this guy is not venomous. He's a constrictor, actually.
Well, thank you so much for showing us all this cool stuff about snakes.
And thanks for joining us on the Friday Zone.
Remember to visit our website, fridayzone.org, to watch past episodes, play games, and see behind-the-scenes photos.
And remember to live, learn, and play
The Friday Zone way.
Production support for the Friday Zone is brought to you by the WTIU Children's Programming Endowment, ensuring quality children's programming for future generations of Hoosiers. Learn more at indianapublicmedia.org/kidsfund.
The IU School of Education, dedicated to improving, teaching, and learning in a diverse and rapidly changing world. More at education.indiana.edu.
Smithville Fiber, the Gigacity Company, a philanthropic community partner since 1922, and proud supporter of numerous community organizations. More information at smithville.com.
WFYI Public Media, inspiring Indiana with high-quality educational content since 1970. By sharing stories and connecting people, WFYI inspires the best in our communities.
And these Indiana public television stations, thank you.
Do you cool cats have the perfect idea for the Friday Zone? Want to share a hobby? Tell us about an event? Or let us know what's happening in your town? Then contact us on our website at fridayzone.org or send an email to zone@indiana.edu. Right meow!